Hello everyone, I'm Gefepido, and welcome to Chess Pawns Part 4. So, I guess this time around I'll finally get to find out what Geigen actually does. I mean, you know, unless I fail miserably before I actually reach the boss fight. That seems kind of unlikely, though. I mean, not trying to be cocky here, but it would be unlikely to fail completely when the Vec loadout, or Vec roster, I should say, isn't even that bad, aside from, I guess, burrowers, maybe starfish. The burrowers are gonna be annoying just because Rook Mech apparently can't harm stable Vec, which is some bullshit, but oh well. Anyway, siege mission, great. I should probably go for it though. I do like siege missions. Okay, this could be tricky, but oh wow, 2 burrowers, great. How do I do this? Obviously, I want to get the crates as soon as I can, but that might actually be hard if they're gonna come at me like this. I suppose I probably want Night Mech somewhere around here, maybe? And it would be hard to do better than somewhere around these parts for Rook Mech, I think. Give it as much room to move as I can. Well, I'm already annoyed. Okay, so that's ultimately the burrowers and the snail are the actual threats here. Sadly, the snail goes last, so I can't do much with him, but it amuses me to note that if I had Nightmech stomp this burrower, that the bouncer would then be pushing the snail up. But that, you know, I guess if something happened to be standing here, then that would... Oh, wait! If I had Rookmech do the snail, like... Oh, no, wait, it has kill shot, so that'd be... Also, for a second I was thinking the snail would land behind the rook instead of its starting location, so that's not super helpful. I mean, it's actually a totally valid action that I might do, but it's not as good as I was thinking. So yeah, I could just do that, which looks like kill shot's gonna trigger, preview issues aside. And then... could then pretty easily have King Mech go... Actually, here I could toss a pawn and smash this crate into the burrower, putting the burrower down and getting my new unit promptly. These things are important. And I probably want Nightmech to just roll this burrower for its lunch money. You know... I'm gonna have to see if the damage appearing to take place on the origin tile matters. I'll undo turn if this actually damages the building, though. Nope. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. Just appearances being funny. Now then, where was I? Ah, yes. Oh wait, I could actually stand here and toss the pawn here. I mean, maybe it would be better to bait something not at the building, but on the other hand... Yeah, whatever. I prefer to have closer to the center so I have more options for movement anyway. And I'll probably just set a Vec on fire. This one or this one maybe? I don't know. Suppose it doesn't matter that much. Oh right, I forget it's 2 damage. So the one I shoot will just be Walking Dead. Great. Does it even matter which? I suppose it does not. May as well go here. Now then, Rook Mech. Yes, here. Kill shot, go! Alright. Off to an acceptable start. Alright, yeah, that happened. Okay, so yeah, I could just kill this guy easily enough, although there's no real need for it. Actually, hang on, do roaches... No, wait, they only attack melee. Now, I could just toss this burrower, or bouncer over here, because it's an actual threat. And Flame Tank could just shoot this guy and have him burn to death. And then I could, in fact, have King Mech toss a pawn up here, whereupon it'll move here and smash this crate into the burrower, allowing a probably easy win against this slug one way or another. Yeah, I'm leaning towards killing the burrower because he's an actual threat. Although... Wait, this does what, 3 damage? And this pawn ain't got much else to do anyway. So maybe I should be... So yeah, I could have this bouncer kill this roach. Yeah, roach. Sorry, there's so many Vec names anymore. Yep, that's a kill. So I guess this guy can just kill the slug. And, wait, are there any spawn tiles? Ooh, boy, there's gonna be a lot of spawn tiles next, aren't there? Oh, well. Alright, anything worth doing? Could just kill the roach, I suppose. Actually, I'm probably better off in this lane. This guy's already dead any way you look at it. I guess I could... pop a shot here to get a bit of damage on the burrower, and for all anyone cares, I could just have KnightMech repair this turn. This is weird. Yeah, this guy's dead, this guy's dead. This might be the smoothest siege mission I've ever had. Also, it's kind of wild how the refinery can be, like, covered in acid and visibly smoking and be perfectly unharmed. Acid is weird. Okay, so anyway, this thing doesn't hardly matter. I guess I'll fire blast it, probably. And Rook Mech still cannot kill that, so, hang on, which pawn is getting replaced today? Right, the white one. Alright. So yeah, I probably want to have KnightMech kill this burrower, because burrowers are a pain in the ass. The real question is whether I'd want to... I should have King Mech spawn block and probably just Sorry, I was trying to think if I should have a unspawn block or not, but it's probably better off just keeping pawns, you know, places they can do things. And I can block here and repair. Yeah, this guy can just burn that one up. Here, maybe? I don't know. None of this is ideal. I don't want to throw him in the water. Or in the fire. Wow, I can't talk today. And, okay, yeah. I think I'll manage whatever this is going to be. I've said this before, but I always really liked the siege missions. Oh, hey. I don't even need to kill the burrower today. What a wonder this is. Anyway, oh, wait. The acid is a very bad thing for KnightMech, isn't it? I'm going to need to keep that in mind for roaches. KnightMech may not be able to... Well, I guess he can still push, which is all that's needed today. Heck, I could just push this guy up to hit this thing. Or I could stop trying to get cute and just solve the problems and move on. Wait, didn't I just put... Am I going mad? I might be. Because I could have sworn I... Yeah, didn't I just do this? Let me see if I've... Oh, right, because I pushed here and wasn't paying attention to my next action. Yeah, okay. Let's stop fucking around and just move on. At this point, nothing matters. My deepest apologies for the incompetence. Oh, nice. Okay, Streetwise does shit for her. Finisher is okay. Wow, none of these are ideal, really. I guess Finisher's alright. Impervious is basically useless here. Yeah, Finisher's the only one that's gonna do anything. I may as well accept the move. Might actually help in a pinch. Tau Spire, this isn't Warhammer. Oh god, not the minerals. Why has it gotta be minerals? Alright. Anyway, where were we? Right, yeah. Me being mad at minerals. Okay, so the roach is here. Let's try not to get KnightMech got this time. I would have preferred to be somewhere else, but... Hopefully I can get the minerals, but, you know... I don't want to stress too much about this stupid mineral mission. It's always the worst. Fuck you, Roach. Okay, at least I could have King Mech move like here, throw a pawn here, move the pawn here, and stab the Roach there. That'd work fine, wouldn't it? I could also have KnightMech stomp here and push this guy here to shoot the oh wait, the scion's on a rock. But it would still, you know, stop the snail from damaging anything. And then Rookmech can, go... Well, this isn't really great, but it would at least get him... No, that's a bad idea. Shit. Let me think. Okay, can I in any way... Okay, this might be tricky. Let me think. I guess I could have KnightMech get here and stomp the roach here, and then have a pawn go here and stab the snail somewhere. Or... Actually, I could have Rookmech do this and slam the roach here. Ugh, that feels so fucked. Weak sauce. Now, KnightMech could do the bouncer, though, right? Because the rocks shouldn't matter. And then Rookmech cannot... Well, Rookmech could solve the snail if there were more room to go. Oh, wait, no, I keep forgetting that as long as you're not adjacent, they land on your left tile and not the other tile. So, yeah, this should work. KnightMech can kill the bouncer. Rookmech can do this with the... and kill shot the snail, leaving a slug, sadly. And KingMech can go be awesome over here. Where's your racks now, asshole? Doesn't even damage the racks. You'd think an instant kill attack wouldn't have quite so much finesse, but what do I know? Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Should probably do for that scion sooner and not later, but, hopefully at least one mineral will survive. KingMech does make that a bit easier to deal with. Okay, so I probably would like this, bouncer to go here so it kills the scion and blocks the spawn, don't you think? I think that'd be swell. So I can't quite get where I want with KnightMech. So it'd have to be a pawn is the problem. Now, actually it looks like the bouncer, if I move KnightMech, which obviously I will, is going to end up getting hit by the starfish, so that's funny. I can ignore those two. So I'm thinking... I could have the KnightMech just go finish this slug off. KingMech move here or somewhere, throw the pawn and down to here. And this pawn can, I think, just pick up this mineral and stab the bouncer. Why not? Or I could actually have Rookmech kill the slug, couldn't I? I'm not sure KnightMech has anything important to do then. But I wouldn't want Rookmech to feel left out. I mean, I can always have KnightMech repair and or... So wait, if I take the mercenary rig here and stab these two, I mean... I believe in this instance, then yeah, the starfish is going to finish the bouncer off. And then I can have KnightMech just move up here somewhere and repair. That went oddly well. Are we sure this is still the minerals mission? I think the line is, the enemy of my enemy is my enemy's enemy, nothing more. Now, hang on, if I do this with Rookmech... Okay, I guess the... Huh. So the rocks don't apply if it's getting flung off the rock tile. I mean, I guess that makes sense, kind of. Well, whatever. I don't really care that much. I might just have KnightMiner get this thing. Because not sure I can make the kill shot from over there. Hang on, where would the new pawn go? Okay. Why not? And, I don't know where this guy should go. Here, maybe? Why not? I don't really have a plan. Maybe I should just start damaging rocks when no one's doing anything else. Okay, so I'm leaning towards having KnightMiner just crush the snail, maybe? Wait, what happens if I kill the snail like this? Does the slug still come up? Let's find out. I don't see a slug. Okay. So yeah, it's just like if you use the, what's it called? The Nautilus version of a train. Or of an armored train, I should perhaps most accurately say. Anyhow. I'll just, stab this loser. Okay, this is the last turn. It doesn't really matter that I can't do anything here. I'll just, Okay. KnightMiner being able to move that far is kind of cool, although the movement looks funny. Anyway, does it really matter what I do next? It doesn't, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Accomplish nothing whatsoever. Not sure I need the core, actually. If I don't want the explosive upgrade because I'm paranoid about it. Also, I would like to state for the record, it's vaguely disappointing that there isn't an upgrade called En Passant. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I, can't French. Anyway, wow, that looks like a lot, but Disruptor. It'll be fine. Unless it isn't, you know. Okay, so if I put here, yeah, if I put KnightMiner here, then a rogue shouldn't be able to reach KnightMiner this turn. I am really getting paranoid about the acid thing, but that really is quite, well, I hate to use the word crippling, but it kind of is. Since KnightMiner can't even stomp something if its HP can't take the hit. Okay, Starfish is a bit of an issue, but... Okay, that's just getting kind of indecent, guys. Okay, Rookmech is completely fucked at the moment. That's not really cool. But I could have... Let's see. If I have KnightMiner stomp the middle Starfish, like this. Also note that KnightMiner currently appears to have 5 HP, which is inaccurate, but not the point. Anyway, if I do that one, this Starfish ends up here, killing only the egg. Good. Then this guy and this guy take bump damage. Then I believe Rookmech would also be able to get over here, and perhaps go flying over to block the spawn, if nothing else. That or could go kill this egg, actually. And then KnightMiner can do what KnightMiners do. Perhaps just throw a pawn, like, here and finish off the Scion. If the rock wasn't there, I could do that now, but, you know. And, I might not need the Disruptor. Okay, so yeah, I could just... No, wait, I can't charge the egg because I don't have line of effect to it. And there's now a dude in the way. I could do this, I guess, but I'd like the... I may just be stuck attacking the spawn, which would be fine, really. And sadly, flipping these two doesn't really do any good, but I can do it. Then, yeah, King Met can just toss a pawn here, move it down, and everybody's happy except the Vec. And, that'll teach him. Not ideal, but better than nothing. And at least this turn, KnightMech's got the shield, so acid won't penetrate. Like so. Okay, he might need to stomp the starfish this turn. Now, or... Yeah, there's not a good place to be pushing the starfish just now. Although I could do the... No, wait, kill shot would apply. To either of them, really. Which is fine, actually. You know, I'm pretty okay with killing one of the roaches. But... Hang on. Do I wanna... I mean, I could make... They do 3, so one of them could... I could have the pawn push this one so it at least damages the other. But then what the hell's Rookmech doing? I guess he could... Or she, really, could kill the egg. Anyway, point is, I want the starfish gone because it's inconvenient at the moment. And then I could just throw another pawn to bump damage these losers. Yeah, I could actually just throw from, like, here. And... repair for the moment. It'll be fine. Poor Disruptor, not getting to do anything today. How sad. Asshole. Excuse me. Really? Snail? Really? Like, who are we even kidding here? Okay, so I could just have this pawn move... Hang on, wait. First, which pawn dies? The other one, but still. I could just have this pawn move and poke the egg. Let the snail have its fun with the burrower. Out of curiosity, can KnightMech survive this? He actually can. Wait, only 2? Oh, right, because there's only 2 HP left. And -2 self-damage. So, what is it? Self-damage based on remaining health. It's got 2, so really it's... But the armor's gone. That's... Okay, so it's 2 -1 doubled back to 2 by the acid, I guess. I mean, none of this matters because I can just... kind of whatever. Okay, this pawn can't really reach anything. That's the trouble. I could just throw the next pawn over and poke this burrower so that it is actually killed by the attack. And then move Rookmech here. Or move Rookmech here and kill the roach so I can repair. That probably makes the most sense. Whatever else may be. And, oh! If I have KnightMech attack the spawn, then I can have, instead of healing, then I can just do this. And next pawn can, I guess, go over here and poke them. Except then it'll die from the burrower, so doesn't really matter. Honestly, blocking a spawn with a pawn might be a perfectly reasonable option, but... Okay, that does not matter, plus I can just kill it. That matters. That needn't. Okay, on account of that guy being there, I could just do this. My phrasing was somewhat inarticulate, but I assume you get the point. And I can just, I mean, it doesn't matter what I do here. Yeah, especially since, you know, I have full XP. So I'll just... Did I use the disruptor a single time this mission? What the hell even happened? I mean, I know what happened, I was here, it just feels very strange. No, maybe he wasn't watching the same fight I was. Oh, hey. I guess I'll take it. I mean, why not? Like, sometimes stink bugs show up in the final battle, right? No reason not to take it. I guess, because, like I said, the explosive just doesn't seem worth it. Less than 4 mech damage might actually be hard is the problem. Not that it matters, I have plenty of stuff to sell already. What else is there? Mites? No. Mech damage, but... wait, no, that's also mech damage. I guess if I'm careful with KnightMech, it may be doable, but KnightMech really does fuck itself up at the drop of a hat. I could just do this one. Or mites? But getting King Mech damaged would actually be a real pain in the ass, starting with a shield and all. I'm just gonna get lazy and do this. This should be... Really? Really? Why you gotta do me like that? Okay, this is gonna be tricky-ish, maybe? We'll see. Okay, I assume I want to stop that guy. Also that guy. Wouldn't mind stopping that guy. Okay, look, this might be tricky, actually. Is it even possible for me to get everything I need done here? Okay, I could ignore this guy if I must, but that would be kind of bad. Especially since Rook Mech isn't in a great position to stop any actual threats right now. That's actually a shit sandwich and a half. Okay, let me think. Thinking's not helping. Sadly, if King Mech were in a better position, I could, you know, try to stand on a building and do something, but... Now, hang on. It does amuse me that I could do this, but it doesn't accomplish much. Yeah, I didn't think my positioning through. I was desperate to, you know, keep KnightMech from getting acided, and look where that got me. But I can ignore this guy if I must, so I would problem is I can't ignore this guy, and I can't solve him either. No, wait, let me think. If I put, like, a pawn here and stab this burrower, he goes away. Then Rook Mech can go here and kill this dude right away. Then I can ignore this. And then KnightMech can get over here and, you know, kill the bouncer. And, well, I won't say everybody's happy, but at least nobody takes any grid damage this turn. Plus, then Rookmech can be over here in a better position. And can I actually get in a position to hit the burrower? Or bouncer? Is that really going to be what kills me here? I can push him if nothing else. But that's still pretty embarrassing. I've just had so little trouble with KnightMech this entire run that I didn't even think that part through, did I? Huh. Yeah, I can't go here. Pawn's there. I probably could have done better, but... well. At least I've got a pawn on the board now, so... action economy's marginally more on my side. But the burrowers have to both go now, or... okay, so... as previously noted, Rookmech is ineffective here, but I could... fortunately, Rookmech could kill either bouncer, because neither of them is... because it's on a rock, so it won't do damage. This pawn could just stab that burrower right now. KnightMech could go... actually, I might have a second pawn go here and stab the scion into the egg before anything. Then KnightMech can get up here and kill this guy. This is quite tolerable for the moment. Nobody cares. Shut the hell up. Error message. You suck, and no one will say I'm bad at video games this time, except Paradoxica. Three, but shouldn't the rocks prevent it? And yet it says... I don't even know how this works anymore. I'm confused. Are the rocks just working inconsistently this run? Oh well. So, if Rookmech hits this guy right now, it won't do anything. If Pawn Mech hits... okay, yeah, this rock tile just doesn't seem like it's working. That's odd. Now, I wouldn't expect KnightMech to be affected. Yeah, the rocks are just not showing anything. That's passing strange. Okay, anyway. I could just have this... no, wait. Can't get there. But I could have a pawn that happened to be here stab this snail into the burrow... or bouncer. Thank you. And then I could also, since this... okay, wait. First of all, which pawn goes? Gonna be white. Alright. So I could have the white one stab... actually, I could have the white one stab the burrower since it's gonna go. Then this pawn can stab that bouncer. Then... no, I said move here. Fuck you. Fuck you, you stupid piece of shit game. Oh well. Oh right, almost forgot there was going to be a slug, but I don't actually care that much at this point. Well. Okay, so let me make sure this is still... yeah. Odd. Not that important, but odd. And, yeah, okay. It's a clean sweep aside from the terrible mess made of everything. You know, I have no idea whether Geigen involves smoke in any way. I have no specific reason to think so, but I wasn't doing anything else with that, so whatever. Alright, you hook-handed piece of shit. Show me what you got. Okay, so no. Pulls diagonal targets backwards and then lunges. Okay, so attacks 2 diagonal tiles, then moves forward while pulling them back. Okay, doesn't seem too bad. He flies? He doesn't look like he's flying. I guess those fins on his back are wings? Yeah, okay. It's cool. I don't really mind. I'm pretty sure I can take him. Okay, so since he hits diagonal tiles, I probably want him to not be... Oh, he hits targets directly in front of him, too? I'm a little confused by this, but... Can I just kill him? How much health does he actually have? Okay, I can actually just kill him. Which might be for the best, because, or I could do this, too, but, where does that leave him? I guess he'd still be hitting Rookmech. Well, yeah. Or I could have Rookmech just kill the... Is that a kill shot? I can't see if kill shot's actually proccing or not. But it would at least allow, you know, pawn mech to do its thing. Or, yeah, king mech to throw a pawn here, stab, and then one way or the other. So this is actually a reasonable move, whether or not kill shot is working, which it just didn't. Great. Yeah, okay, so he does hit both tiles in front of him. Oh, I shouldn't have moved king mech. Oh well. I think it's okay. Since, you know, I just smashed a dude that went at it with Godzilla in one shot. Well, technically not one shot, but one shot would have worked too. Okay, I'm leaning towards killing the Scion promptly, but... Because then I could just, Yeah, okay. I could kill the Scion, then... Hang on. First of all, do... Rocks still not do anything? Because that would be interesting. But yeah, if I moved here and killed the Scion, and then had a pawn land here and stabbed this dude into this dude, they'd both go down. Then KnightMiner could kill this roach right away. Okay, so first let's check. Yeah, the racks just aren't working today, oddly enough. And can this pawn not go? Oh, no, it can. I just wasn't seeing the green highlight on the green acid. Anyway. Oh, I can't attack a diagonal unless there's an actual unit? Huh. Alright, so... Alright, where do I want... I could just kill this guy with kill shot, maybe? Or can I not? Maybe I can't. Troublesome. I guess I could go here and then do this. No, wait, then he'd still be bumping me, but it'd be fine. Alas. May as well do this and get my repair on, and then I'll get my shield back. And, nope, I think we're good for this turn. And, yeah, no point fucking around with that guy. We're done. Okay, this guy ain't bad or anything. Oh my, yes, thank you. I will gratefully accept that. So yeah, I definitely want that core. 1 core for that, and anything else I can get? Okay, I want all the cores. I don't have any... Yeah, okay. So, optimally, I would like... Yeah, Force Amp is entirely worth it, 1 core, and I would like... either 2 or 4 cores. I don't believe I can get 4, so I'm going to just take 2, I guess. Yeah, I'm short of selling things I'm actually going to use. Storm Generator is a bit niche here, but I wouldn't sell it anyway. So yeah, I'm getting rid of these 3, I guess, because... Also, for those keeping score at home, apparently Douglas Gordon is from a Monsterverse movie. He was the American pilot of the Gotengo. The more you know. Shame I can't get more Vec hormones because it's always nice. But anyway. Alright. Thank you for watching. Join me next time for the final battle.